We were talking about the Derrius Guice injury and our various interpretations on what it means to the team, whether it was devastating or not. What's your take, and how does the team feel about it?
I mean, it's more devastating personally than it is for the team. It
Right.
definitely is a big deal for the team, but I mean, at the end of the day, you look at the Eagles. They won the Super Bowl last year with a backup quarterback. Obviously, that backup quarterback played really well, but like a backup quarterback, and quarterbacks are way more important than running backs. They also were without their starting left tackle, who's an all-pro, and a bunch of other dudes. So, this is the NFL, and there's a lot of guys on the field at once. And while, yes, Derrius Guice was going to be a game changer for this team, and it lowers their ceiling, or the likelihood of them reaching their ceiling, it certainly doesn't, it's not like the season's over. And, that reaction is emotional, and I understand why fans have it, but the season isn't over because Derrius Guice is out for the season. I'm not even going to pull he's a rookie who hasn't even played a game card. The season's not over because they've got other talented people on this roster, including a new quarterback who seems to be pretty darn good, a tight end who's all-world and is still healthy as of this point, another running back in Chris Thompson who is on pace to make the Pro Bowl last year. There's a lot of talent on this roster, and if these guys develop and play well, the season's far, far, far from over.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, and Jason doesn't, but I actually agree with Jay. I think they got a decent group there, and they don't have a star. I mean, Thompson, when healthy, is right on the cusp of maybe being a star, but I like the guys on the back end of it. I kind of like what I've seen from Byron Marshall. I kind of like what I've seen from Capri Bibbs. I know that's, laughable to people, and I think as a group, they're pretty solid.
No, it's weird because it's a lot it's a nice little microcosm for the rest of their roster where you like a lot of their depth, but it's missing the power at the top. And that's why I think this team is still a year away from being a real contender. They need two more really good high-end players, or maybe three more. They need to have some guys develop into that upper echelon of their position groups in the league and produce at elite levels before they're a really, really, really good football team. But I like the depth. I'm with you. I like Byron and his speed. Actually, we just posted overnight my one-on-one with Chris Thompson from yesterday, and I went through the rest of the backs in the room with him. I was like, what do you like about these guys? And he said that basically a lot of the stuff that he does, he thinks Byron does some of that stuff better. Like this jump cut where he can make a guy miss and then re-accelerate and have this big playability. That's why they love Byron Marshall. Byron Marshall can score from anywhere on the field. He was a 1,000-yard receiver, not to mention a 1,000-yard rusher at Oregon because he was a wide receiver when he got there. And so his ability to get out and be a route runner. And then Chris said that Capri's an even better route runner. Capri's the best route runner of them all, and we all saw what Chris did last year. So I don't know if all three of those guys are going to wind up making the team, but I really like all three of those backs. And then we'll see between Kelly and Pirine what they can do. But, they've been really happy with Rob since he slimmed down. He seems to still have some of the stuff that made him effective when he's been effective and not lost any kind of power, but at the same time gained has become more patient. Now, I at times think he's overly doesn't necessarily get to the hole, but, a guy like Chris is obviously going to know better than me. The coaches know better than me, and they're watching back on tape where they can see this stuff at practice and have a better view than we have on the sideline. Watching the running game from the sideline is not exactly optimal viewing. So we'll see as they get in a preseason game how these guys. Guice was at a different level. That dude was better than all those guys, but they're not Barron in that room.